An I-team investigation, instant investigation. Way 31 spent the day digging deeper into the background of the man you see on your screen, Martin Hicks, Jr. He was booked into the Madison County Jail without bond Monday for violating his probation. He now faces 10 years in prison. Hicks was arrested in Marshall County this month on domestic violence charges. His girlfriend at the time told us she's relieved he's back in jail without bond because she doesn't think that's the first time he's violated his probation. Way 31 Sydney Martin worked to learn more about Hicks's probation and if he was in compliance before his arrest.
I had never been afraid for my life until the night that he had attacked me and my daughter.
Casey Long shared with me that she was Martin Hicks Jr.'s latest victim. The two had been in a relationship until last week when he attacked Long and her daughter.
He had pushed me down and was standing over me yelling, and she grabbed the back of his shirt, and when she did, he turned around and grabbed her and slung her to the ground.
Casey Long told me she ran down this road to get away from Wayne Martin Hicks Jr. Now she told me she hopes he never gets out of jail after dating him for more than a year. Hicks is in the Madison County Jail awaiting a hearing for a probation violation for a 2016 conviction of negligent homicide after he ran over his girlfriend Jamie Varvel with a U-Haul while under the influence of meth.
I truly believe he's an evil person. I believe he did get away with murder.
He was sentenced to 5 years probation and 10 years in jail if he didn't follow it.
I know he didn't follow his probation. He has failed drug tests and he bragged to me about it.
Way 31 called the probation office on Monday, and an Officer Haney identified herself as his probation officer. She wouldn't tell us if Hicks had failed drug tests or even her first name. However, when we called the Alabama Board of Pardon and Paroles, who oversees probations, they told us James Johnson was his probation officer. And Long told me she believes his probation officer turned a blind eye to his violations. One of the many problems the Way 31 I-team uncovered after police arrested Jimmy Spencer, a parolee charged with killing 3 people in Guntersville over the summer.
He told me on one occasion she told him that she was proud of how good he was doing, and if everyone done as well as he did, it would make her job a lot easier.
And said she only talked to Officer Haney once since he was put on probation, and when the officer contacted Long, she was looking for Hicks.
She wasn't trying to speak with me, she was trying to speak with him, and I believe she was calling him to warn him, honestly, that they were signing warrants.
As for Hicks, she told me she hopes he serves his 10-year sentence and doesn't get released anytime soon.
I will be there at every parole hearing to make sure that stand behind her family, because, Jamie's family for that, because I can't imagine my child being killed, especially after watching him hurt my child.
In Marshall County, Sydney Martin, Way 31 News.
Sydney mentioned Jimmy Spencer, the parolee charged with killing 3 people in Guntersville over the summer. Now, while we dug into his past and how he was ever released from prison, we found several times he fell through the cracks. Department of Corrections records show he walked away from his re-entry program, pleaded guilty to a firearms citation, and was arrested by police in Sardis on a drug charge. Officers tried to hold him then, but said the parole board never got back to them, so they had to let him go.